Hello, Jayhawks. Good morning. I'm TJ Blake.
And I'm Erin Brock.
And this is your Friday edition of Good Morning KU. Well, this week we had a lot of stuff going on campus.
There's a lot of stuff on campus this week.
Yeah, so yesterday we had the election results that came in. Advanced KU won with Jesse Pringle and Zach George getting about 2/3 of the vote last night.
Mm-hmm. I think it was about, what, was like 63%?
Yeah,
I want to say I read.
63%, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big differential, but not. But it was a little less interesting than last year's election, if you remember. Back to that, I guess.
I wasn't here then.
Your first election experience.
This is my first KU election.
So, what did you think of it?
I thought it was interesting. I did feel a little bombarded with everyone on, especially in front of Wesco Beach. Mm-hmm. But I liked that they were really getting their message out. Like, it was super important to them, and I liked that they, especially I know Advanced KU and Imagine KU were both out there every single day and were promoting themselves, and I liked that.
Yeah, kind of the trick of it is that very early in the week you want to get a button on your backpack.
Yep, I had a button on my backpack.
And then you can be like, oh, got a button, can't talk right now.
Gotta get to class.
Yeah. But it was a pretty good turnout this year, right? Like, it was better.
Yes, I did read that the voter turnout was higher this year than it was last year, because I know last year there was only 15% of the student body voted, and this year 17% of the student body voted, which I know that's a low turnout, but it's considerably more than last year.
Yeah, it's true, and you're always trying to get more people engaged, more people that want to know about students in it. And so for the rest of the election, 14 different seats did go to Imagine KU. So they did have senators that did take the place, but the overall ballot was won by Advanced KU. So that was this week that happened.
So I know next week we're going to have Cannabis.
Yes. So
and you're in SUA, so would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, sure. So Cannabis is kind of a fun event. It's happening on 4/22, so Wednesday, and it's going to be an event that kind of talks about the legalization of marijuana and whether that's something that should occur. So there are two different guests coming to KU. One is Kevin Sabat and Aaron Houston. One is Obama's head of drug administration, and then the other is the person who's in charge of getting marijuana legalized in Colorado. And so those two people are going to come and do a public debate about the legalization of marijuana. So that's Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Is it going to be, this is me personally asking the question, is there going to be questions afterward? Is it going to be debate style and then finished?
So there'll be a debate style.
Yeah.
Then there'll be hopefully some live media questions, so like engagement off of Twitter. We might ask a question or two off of there.
Interesting.
Then there'll be a couple of crowd questions as well.
Awesome.
So kind of an opportunity to get the students' input on it.
So I'm assuming it's free with KUID?
It is, yep, free with KUID, and that's Wednesday, 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah. But also happening on campus a little bit sooner than that is the Kansas Relays that are coming up this weekend.
We do know that the Kansas Relays, though, were supposed to go on through Saturday, but they have been canceled, and all the Saturday events have been moved to today. But the Kansas Relays are basically a track and field event with both collegiate and high school athletes. Yeah,
and there's a lot of stuff going on. Some of it is happening, obviously, involving directly the track and everything. But then there's also a shot put event that is famous in Lawrence because it doesn't actually happen over with everything else, but actually happens downtown.
6 p.m. tonight, actually. Yes.
Yeah, downtown tonight. So, yeah,
That'll be interesting.
Are you going to go to it?
I actually might, because I am going to be on Mass tonight.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited, and I think my friends and I are going to go earlier to watch it.
Yeah, and later on the show today, we actually have a guest, right?
We do have a guest. We have Reese Hoffa on the show today, which we are very excited. And so coming up next, when we return, we're going to have an interview with Reese Hoffa.
Welcome back into Good Morning KU. Jackson Long here alongside world champion and Olympic bronze medalist Reese Hoffa. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Jackson.
A fantastic interview and guest we have today. Obviously, the KU relay is going on right now, sweeping campus over at Rock Chalk Park and also downtown. We'll get into that in just a little bit. But 2006 gold in Moscow.
Yes.
And the 2007 gold in Osaka, correct?
Osaka,
and
yes.
then also 2012 bronze in the London Olympic Games. How do you pick out one of your favorite moments as a shot put, one of the most accomplished shot putters of the last generation?
Well, it's very easy for me. The very first ever world championship in Moscow was by far the greatest accomplishment at that time, because up to that point, I don't think anyone believed a person that's only 6 foot could win a world championship. I don't think it's really been done that often. So to win the world championship and then kind of be anointed as the next up-and-coming American shot putter, by far was the greatest accomplishment.
So at that point, you maybe feel like you had arrived. Now, you mentioned being only 6 foot. Is there maybe a stigma of being a shorter shot putter compared to some of the others that are in competition against you?
Yeah. When I first was being recruited, all the way back in high school, you get this small guy syndrome. And at the time,
small guy,
you know,
it can't be too much, right?
Yeah. Well, back then I was 245 pounds.
Okay.
And right now
Slim,
I'm a donut or two away from 320. And you know, universities are like, hey, I know you've thrown really well, but we don't believe someone as short as you, or I was 245, could ever become a great shot putter if they throw a 16-pound ball. So they kind of carries over in your career. You have that chip on your shoulder, like, I'm going to prove them wrong. And you know, lucky for me, I used that motivation to become great.
It's a fantastic story. Obviously, 7 billion people on this earth, and you can throw 16 pounds further than anyone else. What is that feeling like? I mean, being one of the greatest on an entire planet. I'm only dreaming right now. Is what is the excitement I have? What is that feeling like?
It's pretty cool. I like to think throwing a shot put, and especially making it go far, is you're creating magic. Because you put this 16-pound ball in the hands of almost anyone, they're like, how in the world do you move it? And a lot of it, of course, is technique, but I think it's also just that mental wherewithal, like, I can make it go because I've seen it done so many times in practice. But every time I do it, and you know, you get that effortless throw and it goes out there 73 feet or something, you're just like, whoa. That's why I kind of scream and yell, like, I can't believe I did this, you know.
And it feels like magic, I'm sure.
It feels like magic, yeah.
Describe it. I certainly can't throw 16 pounds myself. In your off time, you work with the Rubik's Cube, which is a nice contrast. A couple ounces probably is the Rubik's Cube compared to the 16-pound shot ball. What is that like, and what does that do for you as maybe like a distraction, a stress reliever, just another set of skills that you have?
The Rubik's Cube, when I first started doing it, I had a horrible problem of going into competition and letting everyone get in my head. So I needed something to distract me, and I found the Rubik's Cube was it. I could just solve the cube, 3 or 4 times in between each of the rounds before I would compete, and it didn't even matter who was in the meet. And now it's just, it humbles me. I go to competitions and get my butt kicked by 8- and 9-year-old kids from in the Georgia area. But my goal is I want to make it out of the first round to make it to the kind of heads-up part of the Rubik's Cube tournament. So
it provides a nice perspective against the shot put in the Rubik's Cube. Now, also, you're a part of New York Athletic Club.
I am.
A lot of, I guess, the general population knows about teams, programs. Not so much maybe the athletic club with some other sports involved. Kind of describe what the New York Athletic Club is about and how you are a part of it.
Well, the New York Athletic Club basically supports, I would say like the obscure-ish kind of Olympic sports like water polo, race walking. They have great lacrosse. They do boxing, Golden Gloves, judo. Ronda Rousey, who's famed in UFC, she's part of their Hall of Fame. We're both kind of they dedicated a banner in their lump hall to us because I guess we're great. But they give us the support that we need to be able to go to the Olympics and perform at our absolute best. And I feel honored. Al Order, who's 4-time Olympic gold medalist, part of the New York Athletic Club. So it has this rich tradition of taking these athletes that normally would have to leave because they don't have support and giving them the support they need to live their dreams.
So a nice support base there.
Yes.
And a good sense of community as well. I'm sure that being a part of something when it's not as easy as maybe some of the other sports, like you said, the obscure sports.
Yeah.
Now tonight, obviously, is the schedule for Kansas Relays got bumped up. Severe weather on Saturday, so everything is bumped up towards tonight. 6 p.m., right?
Yes.
Vermont and 8th Street downtown by Mass Street is the shot put event. How have you enjoyed the Kansas Relays, and especially being downtown for shot put and the event and the scenery and the atmosphere down there?
I've been honored to have been part of the Kansas Relays ever since they've had it downtown. And actually a couple of times before when it was just kind of down at the football stadium back then. It's been absolutely awesome. I love having an opportunity to meet with all my fans, or all the fans that come out and support us. We can't do this without them. If we don't have the fans, we would never have the street meet. But they keep increasing the numbers year after year. And I think it's a great way to kick off the Kansas Relays, just something kind of unique to downtown. It gets people excited about track and field. It gives them an opportunity to see some big grown men, short of myself and Christian, who's 6'6", throw this ball really, really far and watch it break a bunch of earth. It's incredible.
So for those of you going out tonight, it's 6 p.m., 8th and Vermont. One last thing, if you wanted to, I guess, encourage viewers to go out and just kind of enjoy the sport.
Yes.
And shot put is, it's not your typical spectator sport.
Yeah.
So if you would want to encourage and I guess promote it, what would you say to the viewers?
I'd say if you want an opportunity to see offensive lineman-sized men go out there and perform like ballerinas, because spinning around in the circle, it takes a lot of body control to do it. This is your chance to meet them. But also, when you're watching a track meet, I'm sure you want to get that autograph or get that picture. This is your chance. We're going to, at the end of it, all the shot putters are going to come up. We want to give everybody high fives. If you want us to hold your babies, I've done many of those. I'll hold your baby, take a picture. So they've been in the hands of an Olympian, and luckily for us, we have, I think, 4 Olympians in that field. You're not going to have a chance in terms of fan experience greater than what you're going to have during this event.
A fantastic field tonight. Obviously, you mentioned 4 Olympians. One of the best showings you'll have of shot put as far as the top rankings of putters, correct?
Shot putters, yeah.
Shot putters would be the term there. Reese Hoffa, everyone, a world champion. He can throw 16 pounds further than you can, joining us this morning on Good Morning KU. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll be back after the break.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back. I'm Grace Haverty.
And I'm Crystal Oseguera. This is your Friday Good Morning KU news update. Kansas Governor Sam Brownback signed into law a package of changes to the welfare system on Thursday morning. The bill, also known as HB 2258, restricts where welfare recipients can spend their benefit money and limits the amount of benefit money they can withdraw from an ATM to $25 each day. The limitations extend to swimming pools, massage parlors, cruise ships, movie theaters, and among other locations.
Walgreens will close about 200 U.S. stores as part of a plan to cut costs by $500 million. A spokesperson said that the company has not decided which stores it will close, but that it is not focusing on any specific geographical area. The company said that Walgreens expects to reduce costs by a projected $1.5 billion by the end of the 2017 fiscal year.
Deep Ocean Search, a British company, has recovered approximately $50 million worth of silver in a sunken cargo ship that was destroyed by a German U-boat during World War II. The ship, known as City of Cairo, sunk in November 1942 as it was bringing silver rupees from India to England as part of the war effort. The ship was hundreds of miles off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean.
Grammy Award winner and 11-time nominee Kurt Elling comes to the Lead Center on Sunday to perform Elling Swings Sinatra in celebration of Frank Sinatra's 100th birthday. Tickets are $20 for adults and $11 for students and youth. Show begins at 7:30 p.m.
The University of Kansas junior Ashley Cohen has been named the 2015 Harry S. Truman Scholar, currently studying in Kyrgyzstan, Cohen received a Skype call from Chancellor Bernadette Gray-Little Monday evening informing her of the award.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's happening?
The way your face just looked, it sounds like you're expecting catastrophe. How are you doing?
Good. We're cooking horse and goat right now.
Horse and goat?
Yeah.
For dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well that sounds better for dinner than for breakfast, I must say.
Yeah. That's true. That's definitely true.
And I understand that you called Anne last week about the Truman Scholarships as well. You're eager to find out.
Yeah, a little bit.
I decided to answer for her, to call you this morning and tell you congratulations. You are recipient of the Truman Award as well.
Oh my gosh.
This is quite a year for you, but congratulations to you for all of your work that you've done to merit this, and it's a wonderful reflection on you, but it's also a great reflection on the university. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. Wow, I don't even know what to say. This is crazy.
It's wonderful. Enjoy the day, and I'll see you when you get back.
Thank you so much, Chancellor. I really appreciate this.
You're welcome, and enjoy the horse and goat.
I definitely will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cohen is the 18th KU student to be named the Truman Scholar and the only recipient in the state of Kansas for 2015. She was also named the 2015 Udall Scholar earlier this month. Cohen is a member of the University Honors Program and is majoring in environmental studies, economics, and international studies.
On Thursday, Kansas basketball sophomore guard Brandon Green underwent a 3-hour surgery in Nashville, Tennessee to repair a torn labrum in his hip. According to his father, Green did not inform anyone of the injury because he wanted to keep playing. His dad said that his son should return to basketball activities in about 4 months.
Tomorrow, the big event will enter its 5th year. The event connects students, faculty, and staff volunteers to the Lawrence community by providing volunteer work to hundreds of job locations throughout the city. The event will begin tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. at the Union with kickoff speeches from KU head football coach David Beatty and KU alums and esteemed professional speaker Michael Wade-Smith. With possible weather concerns, the big event staff will make a final decision at 10:30 a.m. today regarding the event.
After suffering a midweek 3-0 loss to Missouri State, Kansas baseball looks to strike back as they take on the Texas Longhorns in a weekend matchup starting tonight at 6 p.m. at Hoagland Ballpark. In their last meeting at Texas, the Jayhawks took 2 out of 3 games to win the series. Baseball action continues tomorrow with the first pitch set for 6 p.m. The series will conclude with a 1 p.m. first pitch on Sunday. As always, please be alert for time changes due to weather.
And finally, don't forget tonight's downtown shot put. You can head down to 8th and Mass to cheer on our special guest today, Reese Hoffa. Competition begins at 6 p.m. Stay tuned, and after the break, Katie will be back with the game.
Welcome back. I'm Katie Kelleher, and Erin and I here today are going to play a little game called 5-Second Summaries. If you have seen the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, they play it. We each have 3 different movies each, and the first round we try and use as many words to get the other person to guess the movie in 5 seconds when you can't say the title, and then we go 3 seconds, and then we go 1 second. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm gonna go first.
Do you want to go first?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay, so is there gonna be like a start or something?
Yeah,
say start?
we have a little, we'll say start. You ready, set, go.
Okay, kid from South Boston, he's really smart, Robin Williams. Harvard.
Oh, is it Good Will Hunting?
Yes!
I got that. I literally just saw that movie for the first time like 6 months ago.
That's literally my favorite movie of all
No
time.
way.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with that.
Okay, interesting. Okay, my turn. Do you want to say go for this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Oh gosh, kid, he goes back in time, he's turns a different age, Zac Efron.
17 again.
Yes. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So now we have 3 seconds to guess the movie. Are you ready?
Okay.
Go.
Wait. Can we start over again? I panicked. Can we start over?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay.
Okay, we need to start again.
Okay. Ready? Are you ready now?
Yes.
Ready?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay, he skips school, he goes to Chicago, it's really famous.
Oh, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
Me too. I can pull like the entire dialogue.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Sinking Ship, Jack and Rose.
Titanic!
Yes. That is also one of my other favorite movies.
Okay, did you know I've never actually seen the Titanic all the way through? I've only seen clips, never sat through the whole movie.
Oh my gosh. You have to see the whole movie. It's so good. I will loan it to you. I have it. You can borrow mine. It's on Netflix.
Is it really on Netflix?
Yes, it's on Netflix.
Oh, maybe I will watch it.
Yes, it's such a good movie.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. So now we have 1 second. Go.
Anna and Elsa.
Frozen. I was like, what did she just say? All right, my turn. Ready?
Yeah.
You say go.
Go.
May the force be with you.
Star Wars.
Yes.
Only because the new trailer just came out.
Yes, I'm so pumped for that movie. I am a huge Star Wars fan, and
Big
I can't wait.
Nerd.
Yes, secretly. All right, and that is going to do it for us and for Good Morning KU today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll be back here Monday again at 10 a.m. Have a good weekend.